Hello everybody, CP Lego 515 here, and we're bringing you a different video today. Today we're going to be looking over the in progress game for World of Warships, Warships Blitz. Exactly the same as World of Tanks Blitz, but this is for Warships. Now as we can see, if we get out of this, it's exactly the same as the game, difference being no captains. You have a whole different piece on the right above your port slots, and you also have containers. There are all sorts of things you can do, but as you can see, XP doesn't really play into part for this. You have to collect these blueprints in order to upgrade your ship. Otherwise, you will not be able to. But as you can see, secondaries are a thing, and that's one of the many quirks in this game. You can control your secondaries, especially on battleships where you have a longer reload, but you have secondaries to keep you busy. And there are premium ships, except they are very limiting at the moment. We have Marblehead, Texas in the US, but while we're still talking on the subject of the US, you can see these three cruisers right here. The Pensacola, New Orleans, and the Wichita. And the actual PC version, Pensacola at the moment is at Tier 7, New Orleans is supposed to be at Tier 8, and at Tier 6 is supposed to be the USS Cleveland. They moved the Pensacola and New Orleans down, but replaced the New Orleans current spot with the USS Wichita. I find her to be basically a beefed up Cleveland with 8-inch guns. Jumping over to the Japanese, we also have something different at Tier 8. Any of you familiar with the Mogami in the actual game, you will not be seeing her. You will only be seeing the Takao. Well, she is available in the actual game, but only as a very limited time premium during the Arpeggio Blue Steel cooperation or collaboration with World of Warships. She is no longer available, but you can still purchase her ship Takao, not a Tago, in it. You can also buy said premiums in the shop for quite a bit of money, considerably. Like for example, the Tier 5 destroyer Kamikaze costs a whopping $25.99. There are also crates, but if you look inside said crates, they also have something unique that you'll never get. You have a rare chance of getting the USS Arkansas, another Wyoming, but it's a premium, and it's not very available, and was only limited in the actual game for a short amount of time. There's also Yobari. And speaking of said containers, we also have a containers thing. We have three different types of containers. The blueprints, which helps you upgrade your ships, resources for free XP, credits, and on very rare occasions, doubloons, or as it said in gold, and random containers, which could, as in the game, you could try your luck and try getting some better rewards, but at a very limited area. We also have other stuff. We have boosters, which can improve your credits, XP, free XP, and both XP and free XP, but you can only know one. Consumables, we also have premium consumables, but they always and will cost doubloons or gold. So I would rather skip over that before anything. And then there are these, which are basically exactly the same in World of Tanks Blitz. They give you small little bonuses in battle. And then there's equipments, or as in the normal game, there'd be upgrades. Yes, missions. They actually have a daily login piece, which rewards you for logging in every consecutive day to give you rewards per day. There's also daily missions and career missions. Career missions are like, going over and over and over. This is throughout your entire game. daily missions are repeated every day. Like Glorious Victory, win 3 random battles and you get a free XP booster and 3,000 credits. Versatile, destroy 10 enemy ships with secondary guns or torpedoes in random battles, 4 out of 10 for a credit booster and 5,000 credits. We also have the warehouse, which is similar to the inventory, where we can sell our modules and equipment for extra credits if you so need to. Going to the battle screen, we also have campaigns, co-ops, random battles, and ranked. Ranked at the moment is not available, so I will not be able to show, but going to the campaign screen, it's exactly like the campaigns, but you actually play in them. They're, quote, historical, as you can see to the left. Battle of the Coral Sea. I cannot do the third one, as I don't have a tier 4 destroyer. The highest destroyer I have at the moment is Wix, which is a 3. But to give you a basic rundown of the game, I'll go into a co-op battle and show you. We're going to battle with my Wyoming, and, well, there are a lot of things about this game, but it's still in like an early beta stage of it. It's only available in Southeast and the Asia area, European, and Canada. I got a special edition for this, so don't get suspicious on me, but as you can see, it's not the regular 14. It's not the regular 12 on 12v12. It is a 7 on 7, and well, it's always different. I'll explain the rest once we get into a match. As you can see, we have a very basic setup.
Battle starts.
As you can see, we have a basic setup of the game. All of us are in ships and we want to contest their point or capture it. Oh. It is slow. But as you can see, if you look to the top left, we have a mini-map just like in the actual game. The solid white line is your main battery range, while the dotted blue line is your detection. And here we have secondaries. Secondaries are much more closer range, but that's no surprise because they're considered secondaries. We also have our main shells. And to note, we also have... There's also that. And we have a very unique piece. We have our own quick command section. Anyways, back to the game. I'll show you how to play it. I'm currently locked onto the Tenru, but I cannot fire as the island's on my way. Or I'm going around the island. So that's kind of my fault on that part, but hey, it's worth to explain the game. Now, the main difference between the secondaries and main battery is that your secondaries really reload a lot quicker, but they don't do as much damage, or they barely penetrate any armor. Main guns, they obviously have longer range, but in return, you have to choose between AP or HE. Mostly AP if you're in a battleship. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. And we also have if you look to the left, we also have our right, we have our hit points and the ship's silhouette. And if you look to the top right, we also have ribbons, which is pretty normal, actually. Hard to believe, but it's there. And all the main actions down south. Dang. We also have our normal detected. But that's not very new, it's pretty normal. They also use all the old soundtracks in the game as well. At the moment, they will not show any damage or a damage counter. but they will show any damage or any ribbons you earned. Wow, a Citadel. That's actually rare to get. I don't know what that was doing, but okay. As you can see, we are currently capping their point. Also, a quick word on time. Time is only a 6-minute battle, so, because it's a 7-on-7 rather than the 12-on-12, which would normally be 20 minutes. But if you cap the point, it does not matter. I actually found this recently, that if an enemy is in your point and you're in their point, you can actually, well, whoever caps the point first doesn't matter. So long another person's capping the other point, the game will still continue to play, no matter what. So that's something I found interesting.
Enemy team is about to win.
And we are not. I'm still waiting for them to add, like, everything else to the game, like French cruisers that we're all familiar with, German battleships, which will be interesting to see. I really want to know what the Kurfürst is going to act like, and how secondaries are going to be on her. That will be interesting to see. I mean it. But at the moment, they have all the basic necessities down. Carriers for Japanese and America. Everything else for them. You get the basic idea. Let's destroy this ESO, shall we? They also gave you a little ship silhouette at the bottom to show you what how you're turning and what else and what not. Bugga. And here we have the secondaries.
Enemy torpedoes spotted. We're under attack. We're under attack.
They also have this little animation for it.
Good job.
There are achievements in this game, I will say that. Yes, I know we have a defeat, but I don't give a crap about that. Anyways, moving on. Waiting. Come on. Alright, here's the results screens. At the bottom, we can see capture points, damage caused, ships destroyed, and aircraft destroyed. We also have premium accounts, standard accounts, and we can also see how much we lost and how much we earned. The statistics of the match and team scores. We also have our own profiles, but they're not really right. We have battle statistics, medals. As you can see, they also have the famous Kraken Unleashed and the famous Double Strike and for Earth Strike. But Lightning Strike gets something new. Destroy 3 enemy ships within 5 seconds, which is quite hard to do compared to this. Iron Fortress, destroy 3 or more enemy ships in a battle, survive the battle. And Vengeance, which is like, it's just a flesh wound in the actual game. Destroy the enemy that caused critical damage to you. And then there's Struggle. Destroy an enemy ship while having less than 5% of your HP. Battlestar ranked first on your team by experience points earned. And then there's Battle Records, which basically takes you back to over everything you've done. We also have ports. We have just the regular port, ocean, naval base, which can only be attained by premium time, and there's New York. But you actually have to spin doubloons to get it, which is kind of BS in my opinion, but whatever. It's just wargaming, what's new? No offense though, but I just don't like that idea. Anyways, back to the warehouse. So, there are camouflages, but there's only one variant that costs actual credits, but they also have a limited amount of time. Otherwise, everything else costs, well, they cost doubloons, which cost actual money. I would not take it, but if you have doubloons or gold just laying around, use them. Use them for something. We also have the standard conversion. There's the exchange. But there's also something interesting. If we go to the armory, we can see we have something. This is for the leap ship bonus. This is for if you have all modifications maxed out. And you could choose one of 3 modifications to your ship. At the moment I have extra HP for 4%, but I could choose the main battery traverse by 20% or XP boost by 10%. Now this goes for any ship that you have and it's different in every nation. Like for the Germans, they had a turret traverse. For the Americans, they have elite gun operator. Main battery reload time minus 3%, main battery traverse speed plus 7%. Everything's different and unique, but there are all sorts of other pieces. There's statistic cards and everything. If you want to try out this game, I really recommend getting it once it's released. But, as we all know, is never. Licksmiths. They also hold these little pieces out. Pearl Harbor's long gone, but okay. But if you do happen to have the NA version of the game, this is me in the game. So I guess I'll be seeing you guys around, and until then, CP Lego 515 signing off.